I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost. And if I can't fight for them coming up behind me, then what the am I doing? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, don't apologize.
Taraji P. Henson has given us some of the most powerful performances in Hollywood. She's the woman who can make you laugh in one scene and break your heart in the next. But what if I told you that behind all the awards, the red carpets, and the Hollywood glamour, there's a side to Taraji's story that most people don't know? Her journey hasn't been easy. She's fought through personal heartbreak, industry struggles, and battles that would have broken most people. Yet she keeps pushing forward. And today we're diving deep into the untold story of Taraji P. Henson, the pain, the resilience, and the shocking truth behind her Hollywood success.
So 2018 was when I finally got a real quote. And that is the last time that I haven't gotten a raise since then. And each and every project that I have to fight for that.
Before the fame, before the awards, Taraji P. Henson was just a girl from Washington, D.C. with big dreams and even bigger obstacles in her way. She grew up in a working class family raised by her mother, Bernice, who worked tirelessly as a corporate manager at Woodward and Lothrop, and her father, Boris, a Vietnam War veteran. Taraji always spoke about how much she loved her father, but his battles ran deep. Like many Vietnam vets, Boris struggled with mental health issues and addiction. He was in and out of jobs, dealing with homelessness at times. But despite his struggles, Taraji says he was her biggest cheerleader. He taught her to be tough, to never back down from a challenge, and to fight for what she wanted. From a young age, Taraji knew she wanted to perform, but making it in Hollywood wasn't exactly something people around her saw as realistic. Still, she refused to let go of the dream. She enrolled at North Carolina A&T to study electrical engineering, but quickly realized her passion wasn't there. So she transferred to Howard University to pursue acting, despite knowing the road ahead would be anything but easy. And easy it was not. To pay for school, Taraji worked multiple jobs. She was a secretary at the Pentagon during the day and a singing, dancing waitress on a cruise ship at night. There were times when money was tight, and she didn't know how she would make it through the semester. But quitting? That wasn't an option. She wasn't just dreaming of Hollywood, she was fighting for survival. Taraji's world changed in her junior year of college when she found out she was pregnant. It was a moment that should have been filled with joy, but instead it came with fear and uncertainty. She was still a student, still struggling to make ends meet, and now she was about to become a mother. Things became even harder because the relationship with her son's father was toxic. Taraji later revealed that she suffered physical abuse at his hands, something no woman should ever have to endure. But for the sake of her son, she found the strength to leave. But the tragedy didn't stop there. In 1997, her son's father was murdered, leaving Taraji to raise their child alone. She was just 26 years old with no safety net, no connections in Hollywood, just a baby in her arms and a dream she refused to let go of. With just $700 to her name, Taraji made the boldest decision of her life. She packed up her car, took her son, and drove to Los Angeles, hoping for a fresh start. No guarantees, no backup plan, just pure determination.
What legacy are you leaving? It's not just about you. Everything you do affects another person. It could be the way you say hello, or it could be the way you didn't hold the elevator for a person that could send them in a downward spiral. That's why we always have to err on the side of kindness, because you never ever know what somebody's carrying or what they're going through.
With just $700, a toddler, and an unstoppable drive, Taraji landed in Los Angeles. It wasn't glamorous, she didn't have connections, no big Hollywood backing, just pure talent and determination. She took on any role she could get, starting with small guest appearances on Smart Guy and Sister Sister. She played the best friend, the girlfriend, the side character, but she was always memorable. Directors started to take notice. Then came her first real shot, John Singleton's Baby Boy. Taraji didn't just play Yvette, she became her. She brought a rawness to the role that made audiences feel every ounce of pain, love, and struggle. The chemistry between her and Tyrese was electric, and suddenly, Hollywood had no choice but to pay attention. 4 years later, she delivered another unforgettable performance in Hustle and Flow, playing Suge. She wasn't just the love interest, she was the heart of the story. And when she sang It's Hard Out Here for a Pimp in the film, it wasn't just a movie moment, it was history. The song won an Academy Award, and suddenly, Taraji wasn't just another actress in Hollywood, she was an Oscar-nominated powerhouse. Hollywood was finally paying attention. But was it enough? Then came Empire, the role that turned Taraji into a household name. Cookie Lyon wasn't just a character, she was a movement. The fur coats, the attitude, the one-liners. Taraji carried that show from day one, and it became a cultural phenomenon. It was one of the biggest TV hits in years. Millions tuned in every week. Taraji became the first Black woman to win a Golden Globe for Best Actress in a TV drama in 2016. But behind the scenes, it wasn't as glamorous as it seemed. For all the success Empire brought, Taraji later revealed she was still fighting for equal pay. Even with her years in the industry, an Oscar nomination, and a show built on her performance, she wasn't making what her white counterparts were making. She had to demand what she deserved, and even then, it wasn't enough. She later admitted that despite being a lead actress in a hit series, she was still struggling financially. She wasn't getting the deals or the salaries that others were getting. Hollywood saw her talent, but they didn't always value it the way they should have. She carried the show, but was barely paid what she was worth.
Fucking go. Where is my deal? Where is my commercial? Cookie was top of the fashion game. Where is my endorsement? What did you have set up for after this? That's why y'all haven't seen me in so long. They had nothing set up. All they wanted was another Cookie show, and I said, I'll do it, but it has to be right. The people deserve. She's too beloved for y'all to it up.
From the outside, it looked like Taraji had made it. She had the awards, the recognition, the big roles, but behind the scenes, it was a different story. Success didn't shield her from struggle. In fact, it brought new battles, ones she kept hidden for years. In 2019, Taraji did something few celebrities dared to do. She admitted she was struggling with depression and anxiety. She revealed that despite everything she had achieved, she often felt hopeless. The rejection, the constant fight for respect in Hollywood, the pressure of being a Black woman in the industry, it all took a toll. She spoke about being undervalued, about being passed over for roles, about watching less experienced actors, especially white actors, get opportunities she had to fight twice as hard for. Even after Empire, even after proving herself time and time again, she still felt unseen. She admitted there were days she didn't even want to get out of bed, days where she questioned if she was enough, if she was really making a difference. Hollywood had a way of making even the strongest feel disposable. And then there was the typecasting. After Empire, everyone wanted her to play Cookie Lyon over and over again. She was bigger than that role, but Hollywood had a way of boxing Black women into one thing. Taraji knew she had more to give, but would the industry let her? Even at the top, the weight of the industry nearly broke her. But instead of letting it break her, Taraji decided to fight back, not just for herself, but for others. In 2018, she founded the Boris Lawrence Henson Foundation, named after her late father, to provide mental health resources for the Black community. She spoke openly about how therapy saved her, how Black people, especially in entertainment, often carry generational trauma without even realizing it. Through her foundation, she's making sure others get the help they need. The help she once struggled to find. But she's not stopping there. Taraji is taking control of her career in ways Hollywood never expected. She's producing, she's creating roles for Black women that go beyond the stereotypes, she's building something bigger than herself. And she's inspiring a new generation of Black actresses, the ones who see her and know that their dreams are possible, that they don't have to shrink themselves to fit into Hollywood's expectations, that they can demand more, because Taraji did. A person commented saying, Taraji is proof that you don't have to accept less just because that's what they offer you. She fought for her worth, and now she's paving the way for others to do the same. Another one added, Hollywood tried to box her in, but she broke through anyway. She's not just an actress, she's a blueprint for every Black woman chasing her dreams. A third person wrote, Taraji's journey is so personal for so many of us. She turned struggle into strength, and that's why she'll always be one of the greatest. Taraji turned her pain into power, and she's not done yet. Taraji P. Henson's journey is one of resilience, strength, and breaking barriers. From struggling to make ends meet in Washington, D.C., to becoming one of Hollywood's most respected actresses, she has proven time and time again that she's more than just a performer, she's a force. But now, we want to hear from you. What's your favorite Taraji P. Henson moment? Was it her unforgettable performance in Hidden Figures? Her fierce and unapologetic energy as Cookie Lion in Empire? Or maybe a moment off screen, one where she spoke her truth and inspired millions? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you loved her journey, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on your favorite Hollywood stars. We've got more eye-opening Hollywood deep dives coming your way, so stay tuned. And as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.